What is up, guys? I'm Chick Cactus, and today.
You have one more week to prepare for Season 14, the new season hitting Destiny 2 on May 11th. So, in this video, we're going to be discussing all the things you can do to prepare for the drop of this new season. Doing these things will give you a significant advantage, a huge head start over people who don't, letting you level up faster, unlock new content quicker, and get the new loot before all your friends. And so, let's get started. And first off, we gotta talk about saving bounties, which has actually gotten more complicated recently. So, for those who don't know, you can hold on to completed bounties and turn them in next season. So you gain all your experience within that new season and level up your new seasonal artifact a lot faster and advance through your seasonal pass a lot faster. So, the thing is, Bungie changed how the bounty system worked pretty recently. So previously, you were just trying to hold on to as many weekly bounties as you can because weeklies give the most experience, dailies are next up, and repeatable bounties give the least amount of experience. But now, there's not many weekly bounties to go around. Stuff like Gambit, stuff like Crucible and Vanguard, they don't have weekly bounties anymore. But there are a few vendors that still have weekly bounties that should carry over into the new season. Firstly, you can go to Hawthorne and grab clan bounties. Those count as weeklies. Then head to Europa and get the 2 from Varix. After that, go to the Cosmodrome and get 2 from Shah Han. After that, make sure to go to the Moon and grab the 2 from Eris Morn. Now, these don't say they award XP, but in every previous season, they have awarded the same as a weekly. But after that, it's all about daily bounties, and I have a couple of tips involving those. So firstly, if you hold on to Vanguard, Crucible, and Gambit dailies, you can turn those in next season and advance the turn in 8 bounties powerful challenge at those different vendors. So hold on to 7 Crucible bounties, turn those all in Season 14, and then you only need to do one more to grab that powerful from Shaxx. And then lastly, if you want some really easy daily bounties that are going to fill a lot of your inventory slots, go to the different planetary vendors. As you can see, I'm at Devram K right here, and he's got 3 different dailies. They'll rotate every day, and they're extremely easy. Kill Fallen, get headshots, stuff like that. And lastly, don't store any Guardian Games bounties because it's a limited time event. Those will be removed from your inventory. But moving on from there, let's talk resource management. And the first thing I would recommend doing is storing your Glimmer. And you can accomplish this by buying the most expensive ships and sparrows from your collections, completely filling out your inventory with these ships and sparrows. Now, what I mean by this is, as you can see right here, when I dismantle this other side sparrow, I get 5,000 Glimmer for doing so. Same with the ship. And this is because if I go into my collections, this is one of the most expensive sparrows in here, costing 7,500 Glimmer. So the more expensive it is, the more it gives you back. Now, obviously, I'm losing Glimmer in this exchange, but what I can do is withdraw as many as I can, then fill up my Glimmer, get max Glimmer before Season 14, and then when the new season is ongoing, Bungie often likes to have seasonal things require a lot of Glimmer. I'm going to be spending Glimmer like crazy, but if I run out and Spider is not selling any for a good resource, I can then just dismantle all of my expensive ships and sparrows and get a ton of Glimmer back. So it's like an emergency stash of Glimmer. It's a great idea to do that. Now, what I would recommend right after buying all that expensive Glimmer costing ships and sparrows is dismantling every single shader you own. And the reason being is because the shader system is changing in Season 14. They will be universal ornaments essentially instead of single-use items. So all of your shaders will disappear from your inventory as soon as Season 14 starts, so you want to dismantle them now to get a bunch of Glimmer as well as legendary shards from them. Now, continuing with resource management, you probably want to stock up on planetary materials, so make sure to be visiting Spider this week and see when he's selling those for legendary shards. And another resource you definitely want to stock up on is Spoils of Conquest. This is the raid currency. It drops especially from the Deepstone Crypt raid. And the reason being is because the Deepstone Crypt has the new chest system where you can spend those spoils on raid gear. That was a great innovation. It's likely Bungie does that again with Vault of Glass. And if that also uses spoils, you can just spend all your spoils on the new Vault of Glass gear potentially and get a crap ton of raid loot the first time you go through Vault. So definitely consider doing that. But moving on from there, the next section is rewards hedging. So firstly, let's talk about stasis fragments and aspects. More were added with Season of the Chosen, and likely more are going to be added again in Season 14. So what you can actually do is what you see right here. I finished off my fragments for this season, but I still have the Umbral Duty quest almost complete. So I'm just gonna save that, not complete it until Season 14, so I can get a new fragment right away when that season starts. That may be something you want to do as well, or ignore the fragments you don't want to pick and again save those almost completed quests for next season. Another thing you may want to do is store as many Umbral engrams as you can, and that's because Bungie said Umbral engrams would be a thing that lasts all year, so we are likely to see new Umbral engram rewards coming in Season 14. So potentially, if you hold on to Umbrals, you can focus them into the new things in Season 14 and get them right away. And on that same line, you may want to get max hammer charges going into Season 14. Just in case, you can spend those focusing the new Umbrals, unlikely but possible, and also there may be a discount on the old stuff because it's a previous season stuff. Maybe instead of costing 5 hammer charges, Bungie drops the price down to 3, and then you can take advantage of that. Now, something else you could do is get a head start on certain powerful rewards. This is a little open-ended, so I'll explain all the different options. So if we go to the Tangled Shore, as you can see, I get a powerful for doing 5 hunts. I could do those 5 hunts now this week and then collect my reward in Season 14. Now if I go to Europa, you can see that same thing is going on with my Warlock and the Exo Stranger. I haven't picked up this powerful, I can do it at any time, and this has carried over for many weeks. So it's likely to still carry over in Season 14. But it's possible it doesn't and it resets them. So you may not want to do that, and instead you could also almost complete these powerfuls. So do 4 out of 5 hunts, and then if your progress carries over, you can do 1 more and get it done. Or it may reset and you have to do 5 more. So you have a couple of different options there. It's really up to you. Frankly, if you're already in the pinnacle levels, might as well just complete them now, because then you can grab them whenever you need to fill a slot maybe of something that's lagging behind, because powerfuls will still drop of level in pinnacles, and those can sometimes help you out. But moving on from there, we have some odds and ends. So firstly, make sure to complete the Taiku's Divination Catalyst this season, because you get a huge bonus in terms of its progress from your season's pass. If you wait until next season, it will take a lot longer. Next tip, the Shadow Price Auto Rifle is the featured Nightfall weapon for the last week of Season 13. Make sure to farm one if you don't already have a good one, because its archetype is getting a damage buff in Season 14, so it could potentially be a lot better. And the last tip I have for you guys is make sure to get all of the new exotic armor pieces that were introduced this season, because you can farm lost sectors to get them, and right now, especially since the season has been out so long and you're likely pretty leveled up, those are going to be pretty easy to do even solo. And you want to do them now to grab them guaranteed before next year they're potentially just added into the random loot drop pool and you maybe or maybe not get them. And so guys, that is it for the video. I hope you enjoyed and found this informative. If you did, please remember to help me out by simply rating and especially sharing this video. If you guys want to see more Destiny 2 content similar to this, don't be afraid to slap that subscribe button. If you want to get in touch with me and keep up to date with the latest channel activity, the best way is to follow me on Twitter at RickCacus. That's linked in the description down below. Again, I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, have a good day.